Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. The Saints Block Party podcast coming at you week 14. And buddy, buddy, do we have some things to talk about as the Saints go into Tampa Bay in week 14, beat the Bucs 24-17.
What?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are now tied in the NFC South for a playoff spot. And I'm saying these things, I know Mickey Loomis is taking notes. The Saints, the two teams that they are tied with, they are tied in the NFC South for the division, the Bucs and the Panthers. The Saints have split the season with the Bucs and have beaten the Panthers earlier this year.
Hey, Loomis trying to tell y'all, bro. We right there. Right there.
Saints Block Party podcast presented to you by Precious Works LLC. Adam here, joined with my guy, my co-host, Ryan, a.k.a. Wolf. And this, listen, as a podcast let me get this ready, who has
that water, baby,
been pounding the table for this team to pick one overall and what it could mean just because of the future. The biggest thing that could come down the stretch, and we're seeing it slowly, and today I just put the cowper on it, is if this team realizes they have a quarterback in Tyler Shough, and still, let's say they end up picking top 5, top 6. That's a win, Wolf. And
it's a win, bro.
In this game, we had them score an offensive touchdown on their first offensive drive, which is the second touchdown they've had in the first quarter all season, after a great kickoff return by Mason Tipton.
And look, let's not overshadow that, because that was huge, bro.
It was.
It's not like they ain't been trying. They have been trying for weeks.
Mightily.
To score. Mightily. And they just never could put it together. And they came out with a good, I was like, what team am I watching right now? It was just, first play was like a shot down the field. You know, Chris Olave was interfered with, like, split second that threw the timing off, whatever. But, I love the aggression. Had some runs mixed in. It was just a beautiful first drive. So, like, shout out to them for just getting that done.
And they were doing what we had been asking them to do in the preview pod, like open it up. Open it up, take some shots, like stop being so like such a constricted offense. They did that and come out, score a touchdown. But this game to me is two things. Well, let's say three things. This game to me was Tyler Shough just making plays, whether it was him running the ball, scored two touchdowns on the ground, a 34-yard on a read, not really a read option. It was a called quarterback run. And then the second touchdown, which was just him making a play, bro. Like, I was like, is this Josh Allen? Who am I watching?
Like, I was driving while watching that, and I'm like, am I watching the Bills game? Because if you cut that and pasted like a Bills jersey on that, you would swear that was like just a Josh Allen play. Like he does every week. You know what I'm saying?
I swear, bro.
Unbelievable play. Then you had Harlan calling the game. It was like, oh,
Kevin Harlan.
Like,
we are 3 wins. We're now 3-win team. We got Kevin Harlan calling. Like it was 2 win at the time. Bro, I felt like a Super Bowl, bro. I was like, what
is going on right now, bro? What is happening? That was an amazing play. Like that
an amazing play.
Purely Shough. Like just purely Shough. I mean, you should have been sacked right there, making guys miss in the backfield, and just put on the burners and dove for the touchdown. Bro, I was scared. I thought he got hurt.
I swear he was hurt, bro.
Because he turned and he just laid there. I was like, oh no,
broke his collarbone, bro. I thought he was about to put the gun up on the stretcher. I was like,
guns in the air. I'm like, oh no. but he got up and shake back, you know what I'm saying? But man, that was fun. Like that was like just a fun moment of just like throw the draft picks out, throw all that out. Just
throw it out, bro.
That one moment you're just a football fan, like, man, that was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like that, enjoyed that.
Number 2 for this game. We'll get more into Shough. More 2 in this game. The Saints defense only allowed the Bucs to score 17 points. And I think the key stat of this game is that the Bucs tried to go for it on 4th down 7 times in this game.
Wow.
And they were 2 of 7 on 4th down in this game against
2 of 7. Yep. Wow. Man. I 3 of 13 on 3rd down.
I've been saying it, Wolf. And I get it. You could say the Bucs have been playing, you know, I don't care, bro. This is the New Orleans Saints we're talking about. Brandon Staley and what he's been able to do with this group defensively. They put a stat up during the game comparing 2024's defense to 2025's, bruh. Market improved across the board.
Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa.
It was like 21st to like 8th, 20th to like 9th. Oh. What? Like, I get it's annoying watching a Brandon Staley defense. It's so annoying.
Because if you listen to our Zoom, it was like, you think it's the worst defense in the world. We're like, what is they doing? Like, what is this? They still 8 yards of carry. What is
still
this?
Terrible on the run. Still terrible on the run defense. All that, but they had, you know, they played Baker well the entire game. Alontae Taylor was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde this game, where he'd make a great play, he'd give a play, but he had that key interception to start the 3rd quarter, to start the second half, and that set up the offense to score another touchdown. Like, it was like, oh, this is complimentary football. This is
complimentary football. Can you believe it?
And this is Kellen Moore's biggest win of the season by far. To go into Tampa to win this game in the rain on the road when I don't even know what the point spread was. 7.5. It was 7.5.
Right? Yeah. Nobody had the Saints winning this. Nobody.
And this was another game where Devon Bailey and his connection with Shough, and take the run Shough had outside of it. There were some plays he made from the pocket, especially third down and late in the 4th quarter, where it's like he made 2 plays. One was to Bailey on the sideline for a catch, and he's another play he made on that drive. I think it was to Bailey as well, or maybe it was to Olave, where he kind of like got on his tippy toes a little bit on a 3rd down. I can't explain how big this was, because this just coming off of backs of, you had Fernando Mendoza against Ohio State last night. Light it up, throwing dots, where the team as of last night was picking 2nd overall. So then if they go into this game against the Bucs and they lose, and then Tennessee won today and the Saints were picking 1 overall, that starts a whole different conversation, because you're like, man, well, and I could say that as of yesterday, and I'm not saying that it's gone, but they're probably out of the running for him now, is that the Saints were very interested, if not still interested, in Fernando Mendoza as of yesterday. Now, after today, does that change? Who knows? But they're not probably even in a range to even get him now. Now they're picking 5th overall as of right now. So for Shough to play like that, and it's like this pressure that's like, you don't see it, but that's pressure, man. When you're a quarterback of a team that isn't very good, and then your competition puts on a show against Ohio State to win the Big Ten championship, that's pressure, bro.
It's pressure, bro, and I like the way he just faces it, man. He just faces it, and my whole thing was, after watching Mendoza last night, everybody was all excited, like, "Woo, boy, we get Mendoza." It was all, fun, but I was thinking, like, man, it's on Shough. Like, if Shough wants to not put Mendoza in the conversation, got to go out there and win a game. And it's not fair, because obviously it's not all on him. You got a defense, you got no running game, offensive line in tatters, you ain't got no pass catch, whatever. But you got to go out there and find a way to win the game if you want to put that out as a conversation.
by the fourth quarter, they were on their third right tackle. They had William Sherman at right tackle, nigga. William Sherman was out there at right tackle, nigga.
The Civil War. That's what is going on. Sherman's march out here. I was like, I looked at my phone. I'm like, Sherman,
66, bro. I was like, did Richards did he get hurt or did he get benched? Nope, he got hurt, bro.
They on the third string right tackle, bro. A dude that they just brought off the street.
And listen, I get it, man. Like, so this makes it so interesting, right? Because hold on, let me time out. I gotta get some love to Devin fucking Neal, BBN.
Love to Neal, man. Big
Neal, bro. I don't know how many yards he ran for, but he was a factor in this game, and
he ran for
maybe like 60, 70 yards?
19 carries for 70 yards. 3.7 yards a carry. Tough yards.
Bro, I said 70 round the dot, bro, without even looking
It was
up,
a tough 70, though, bro. It was like a tough 70 that
he was running hard. It's
running hard, man.
It's Tampa Bay defense. Listen, he's a yellow, if not a green, for what he's been able to do. And Kellen, as head coach, is so maddening during games. But something I really like that he did is that there was one sequence where he kept running the ball to the left. This is right before, I want to say it was probably right before the 34-yarder that Shough broke off. He kept running the ball to the left with Neal, and they were getting success out of it. They were getting positive yards, 6 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards, and then he calls the run play with Shough that goes for the 34-yard touchdown, and it's like that's it. Like, running to the right does not work with this team usually because of Ruiz, because of whatever. But you drafted a dang good left tackle, 9 overall on the left side. Run his way. And they ran it, bro. And Kellen didn't deviate from it. He kept going, which was a complaint of ours early in the season. When the run game, like, they would get like 7 yards, and then you wouldn't see a run at all.
Right. No, it was good to see, man. It was good to see Kellen just kind of keep chipping at the bit, because it was looking dark. Like, they had the great, first drive to open the game, and then it was looking like last week in the first half. Just nothing, bro. Like, pretty much all the yards that they got in that first drive was what they had for the half, because they just wasn't moving the ball at all, and went into the half without scoring. Did Charlie make that field goal attempt before the half? I can't remember. But he wound up missing. He was like a 48-yarder that he wound up missing or whatever. So they went into the half, no points. Bucs get the ball back to start the half, so it's looking like, well, here we go. You know what I'm saying? This is a wrap. We can wrap this up. Latte get the pick. And now it's like, okay, we back in business. And then for the Saints to go and score, I thought it was like, it wasn't a great game from Kellen Moore, because there were some some of the 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 play calls that drove me mad.
Bro, that fourth and one, the big back Neal running outside, bro. I lost my shit, bro. I lost my shit, Wolf.
I was about to say, get Kellen out of here, bro. Get him out of here. So still some warts, but he kept chomping at the bit. I love how they started going. I love how they started going out in the middle of the field in the second half.
Bingo.
To move the ball.
Bingo.
Especially on 3rd down, going to Valet, going to Chris Olave, making some big catches down the middle. Like, that's where Shough has thrived at. And honestly, that's like a great thing to build off from a young quarterback, because a lot of young quarterbacks are scared to throw in the middle of the field. Because it's so muddy. There's a lot of zones and all this. They just don't they don't have the confidence to do it. He will stick his foot in the ground and throw those balls down the middle of the field. So that's a great thing to see. And he's one of the better, like, intermediate quarterbacks, in the league as far as, like, young quarterbacks. So I like that there were things to build on, man. And like I said, man, for Shough, it's like, it was the same way with Rattler. Like, you got to chip away at the doubt. you got to chip away at the doubt. It's all on you. The team ain't good. We know. It ain't fair. We get it. But you got to find a way. And making plays like that one for that touchdown where it's just me versus the defense, and I'm going to get us a touchdown. That'll chip away the doubt right there, boy. Buddy. That chips away the doubt.
It does. Kenneth Kitchen said Kellen tried to get cute a few times, but the weather impact kept him at bay. And then Jack Hunter said weather forced more to call run plays. I could see that. But but I want to it may have, but also in the past when he called run plays, they weren't executing. Like it was
exactly.
They wasn't getting anything out of those run plays.
You can call run plays all you want, but if they ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So they were actually moving the ball. Like I could actually see it. I was like, wow, the offensive line is actually moving bodies, for a change.
Listen, on that 34-yard touchdown that Shough ran, you had Bailey getting a block. You had Juwan getting a block. Taysom getting a block.
I watched it 3 times. I've watched this team on tape and seen so many instances where everything is blocked except for one player. Always a different player, but just one player misses this. I'm like, oh, if y'all would just execute one time, all of y'all. And that was one time where they actually executed. And look what you get. Look what you get out of it. So that's just like a great teaching moment that you could play on Monday when you reviewing tape. Like, look, guys, when you execute, this is what happens. So you get touchdowns. Like, this is what happens. Everybody just got to perform as a choir,
They do. Kenneth Kitchen said, shout out to Grando and Juwan.
Grando came to play, bro.
The Juwan thing's a little strong. Like, Juwan was
Juwan.
It's fine, bro. But yeah.
Juwan.
Ayon said, is it just me or do I actually like Brandon Staley as our defensive coordinator more and more every week? It's been on my radar how well the defense has played under him with at best adequate talent. At best adequate talent.
At the very least, I want to see his defense with more talent. Like, I want to see what he could build. What he could do. Add Everett Reese or Caleb Downs or whatever.
That's done, bro.
No, I'm not.
Bro, we picking 5th overall right now. The Albert Reese shit is done, bro.
We still got to play the Titans. We still got to play the Jets. The Titans got to play the Raiders. There's a lot of football left. The Giants got to play the Raiders. Like, there's just a lot of things. I'm not saying we'll never pick one. Like, I think picking 1 overall, that's done. That's not happening. Now, 2, 3, picking 3, 4, 5, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Just got to see.
I'm right now. You ask me this right now. Let's say 5 is where they're picked. Let's say they're picked at 5. I'm at this
picking at 5. Like, who you taking?
I'm taking Caleb. I'm taking Caleb Downs. I'm not worried about the positional value of it. I want Brandon Staley to get him a true blue chip player who can be the true star of the defense. And honestly, bro, as soon as Alante had that picked it, I was like, oh, bro, he coming back, bro. That 3 for $38 million.
It's coming, baby. It's coming.
But let Brandon Staley get a Caleb Downs, because I still believe he is a true blue chip player. And then 2nd round, add a Chris Bell, add a Jacoby Lane, whoever, right? Whoever. Add some juice, and in round 3, add juice. And because at this point, I really feel like I'm not saying that they have the answer to if they know that Shough's the quarterback in QB1, but I think it's pretty close. I just feel like because also what's combined with that is confirmation biased.
Exactly.
And that's not taking anything away from Shough, because he's going out there, he's played, he's won 2 games against division rivals and division opponents. But then you got Mickey in the back, yeah, we did that, huh? Yeah,
we did that.
Y'all niggas talking greasy, huh? Okay.
Greasy. It hadn't dropped the quarterback high since 1981. Blah 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 blah.
Bro, you know he feeling the fuck out of himself right now, Wolf.
And look, here's the thing, bro. Like, perception is is amazing. Like perception and like how relativity and all that stuff. Because like if Shough was 23 and drafted 25th overall in the first round, say 25th or whatever, 26th overall, and he was 23 years old, and he played exactly how he's playing right now, it wouldn't even be a question. Like he would be the quarterback going forward, like at least for the next year. Like it wouldn't even be like a thought. But man, this dude looking good. Drafted him 25th overall, first round, playing well. Like of course, like he's the quarterback next year. But because he's 126, which he's an outlier, like he is an outlier. There's no way to put it. And he's a second round quarterback, so it's kind of like, yeah, but they don't have to. They don't have to, be married to him. They don't have to. So that's the way it's just perceived. And honestly, that's the way they're looking at it too. Because if you're picking number 1 or number 2 overall, yeah, you're going to be in a position to go with another quarterback. But I think at the end of the day, if your evaluation is just true, and you're real true to your evaluation, and you're grading it out, and you're looking at him, how he performs against other rookies this year, how he's going to compare to Mendoza and Dante Moore when they come out. It's like, okay, yeah, we could go Mendoza. Mendoza's probably a better prospect than he was coming out.
I would say pretty easily, yes.
Easily. But is he, like, can you project him performing like this?
Is the gap that wide?
Is it that wide where I have to reset the clock on the quarterback position? Because it's a complete reset.
I don't think so at this point.
I don't think so, man.
Like I would rather them get a blue chip player and then and just surround Shough with juice.
Now what about trading down? I mean, it's Mickey, so I know. Are you picking 5th? Mickey ain't trading down. And then who's moving up? Like in this draft, there's no real player to like move. Maybe somebody wants. I don't know.
And we were talking about this in the Discord a little bit, and just that. I think Kevin brought it up, like trading down and still landing Caleb Downs at this point, bro. Just take him at 5.
Yeah.
Like,
if you want Caleb Downs at 5, you take him at 5.
Take him 5, and you live with it. What else? What else from this game? I mean, there's still a lot to talk about this game. Like we had the Charlie Smith missed from 50 or 48 yards. He missed 48 yards. He pulled it left. But let's talk after this break. We're gonna take our first break. We're gonna talk about some things that still is in my craw about Kellen Moore, just in terms of some head coaching decisions. We'll be right back after this break. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plug-in updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Okay, we're back. So there were some good things that I felt like Kellen Moore did in this game, but here's the funny thing about Kellen. Him and his, how do I word this? Shough might keep him around longer than he might actually need to be. Because he picked Shough, and Shough makes him look good, but there is just some things in this game I think Kellen did well, and maybe the chat is right that he had to stick to the run game because of the conditions and the weather, and I think that's probably a factor in it. But there's just some things that he did, like that 4th and 1 call, that outside toss play to Devin Neal against the Tampa Bay fast defense, and Devin Neal is slow as that was maddening. The Taysom shit that was like a fumble snap. He's still doing that, and it's like, bro, it's like Shough is showing you he can run. Like I don't like. Why are we still doing the Taysom stuff? Why are we still doing the Taysom stuff? But the thing that really boggled me was they were in the red zone. It was 3rd down. They ran the ball, I think, with Neal. It was a clear first down. The refs, for whatever reason, I know the reason, but they spotted short. And Kellen, instead of challenging it, cause I think it would have been pretty clear and evident that Neal got the first down. He called the 4th down play that Shough converts to Olave, but then legal man down. Reese was in the end zone, bro. I don't know. They go pull the
post route.
Nigga was in the end zone, like I'm like, and so they have to kick them, and that's the stuff that, to me as a fan and someone who just watches it, it's like, man, you still don't have the reins of the minutia of the head coaching shit, bro. Like it still is so above his head.
So above his head. One, that was a first down. So obviously you should have challenged that. Then there was a weird call. Like even though Shough converted
it was weird.
It took him making a dart throw to Olave Low, who happened to catch it. It was weird, and then
bro.
You get a penalty. Then you get a penalty on it. And they had 10 penalties today. 10 penalties. And a lot of them self-inflicted. A lot of them were
sloppy.
Either sloppy, illegal motion, legal person downfield, false start. I thought we was past that. The last couple of weeks they'd improved a lot. You know what I'm saying? They improved a lot as far as very much regress. I don't know if that was just the weather or just the stress. I don't know, but you don't want to see that. 10 penalties, that could have cost you the game. You know what I'm saying?
Could have.
But yeah, man, Kellen just he's frustrating, bro. He's frustrating.
So frustrated, Wolf.
And then you look at him on the sidelines time, and he just looks destroyed, absolutely destroyed. It's bro,
he inspires no confidence as a head coach.
If I'm a player and I see my coach looking like that, I'm just like, damn. Guess we really ass, huh?
We really don't got no chance to win this game, huh, coach? Oh, all right.
It's like he's the flip side of some other coach. Some coaches are just too positive, where they just on the sideline clapping. It's like, what you clapping for, bro? We down 30 points. Stop clapping. You know what I'm saying? He's the opposite of that, the complete opposite, where he looks destroyed. I'm like, bro, the score is 10-7. Why are you looking absolutely destroyed right now? You know,
I think that's the stress of coaching now a 3-win team.
I think it's him. There's that famous gift of him when he's with the Cowboys, where he flips through the sheet and just throws it down. He just be done with it. I'm done. I'm completely done.
AKA the scientist said, "I love Tyler, but not sold yet. He has an extensive injury history. If he can beat the injury-prone allegations, I'm in." I don't know. I don't know what he I don't know how to respond to that.
The injury thing. He's done more than enough for me to show he's not scared to get hit or nothing like that. He stood in the pocket, he diving for touchdowns, he getting hit, he popping back up. I don't know what you want. I'm not saying I'm sold on him too. That's obviously that's going to take time. But what we're saying is, are you at the point where are you not sold enough to where you want to invest in trading up for Fernando Mendoza or something like that?
I would yeet myself out the window, Wolf.
Ooh, they're going to tax that ass too, because you're going to be competing. It ain't going to be just you. You're going to be Jets, Browns,
and I would be annoyed, bro. As a fan and as someone who prior prior to watching a whole bunch of Shough, was not a fan. Then I watched a little. When we watched him during the draft process, we were like, okay, like I can kind of see it. Then they drafted him. We did a very, very, very deep dive with him with all 22 that Cody Alexander provided us, and for him to play how he's played this season, the second half against the Dolphins, against the Panthers, against the Bucs, for them to maybe be at 5, then trade up to get a bro, that would be gross. And who knows? Like maybe he just craters the rest of the season. And he's just like ass, bro. Like, and it could happen, bro. I don't know. It could happen.
It actually could happen. I don't see it happening, but who sees anything happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just don't know with quarterbacks. It's a frustrating position because you really don't know.
And I feel like Shough has made so many plays in spite of Kellen this season. Like in spite of Kellen since he's gotten the start, bro. Where it's like y'all could and I know, like I think Ross Jackson said, like, oh, kill it, like Tyler Shough needs to make more plays than structure. Have y'all seen the structure?
Exactly. That's my whole point. Is like there's a problem with the structure. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's out of structure because the structure ain't working. You know, and maybe there were some plays where he could perform in a structure that would work, but like you look at the big plays that have happened over the past 4 or 5 weeks, 90% of them have been Shough making a play, like making something happen. 90% of them.
The Olave touchdown was a called Kellen play, but all the other big plays in that Panthers game was Shough. The plays that Shough made in the second half against the Dolphins were like Shough and mostly out of structure. So I don't want to put the in structure things on him. And I'll say as a strength for him is that in this game in the fourth quarter, the plays he needed to make in structure in this game,
he made them.
He made them, bro. He made them.
Now there was one play I missed it. It was towards the end of the game where he looked like he tried to hit Valet. And Valet, I guess, had to kind of play defense or something like that with the ball.
I hated that. It was a bad play call. Like, it was a bad play call. Because even if Valet would have caught that, it would have been
short.
A 2-yard gain, and it was 3rd and 10. So that was a 3rd and 10 call. And the Bucs almost intercepted that ball and would have gotten great field position. I just didn't like the play call. Like, that was a weird, yucky, gross play call. And the Saints were very lucky that didn't get intercepted by the Buccaneers, because that would have set them up in great field position. But I was like, again, I want to go back and give some credit to Brandon Staley, because the Bucs got the ball at the 20 with almost
and
2
that play
minutes
right
left.
there that play stopped the clock.
Stop the clock,
So
bro.
Bucs had a ton of time left. I'm like, oh shit, that's a hell there.
2 minutes. They had like a little under 2 minutes. They get the ball back. And they get the ball back on the 20. And Brandon Staley's defense does not allow them to convert a first down in 4 plays on that drive. Hello?
Now there was one play to Ibuka that should have been a touchdown, but he
just dropped it, bro.
He just dropped that bitch.
He ran it out and up. He ran it out and up Quincy Riley, bro. And Quincy bit on the out. And Ibuka turned that shit up, bro. It was wide open.
I was driving. I saw that route. I said, God, he ran that route, bro.
That was a route, bro.
The ball.
That was a route, bro.
That would have been a game right there. But other than that, the defense, I love the fire the defense played with today, bro. Like, I feel like you took them to task earlier this week. Like, man, where's the camaraderie and the fire and all that stuff? And I felt like they had that today. Like, they just was playing. They did playing a little different. I don't know, because it's the Bucs. Baker be talking shit. And
they always get up for the Bucs, bro. Like, this defense always gets up for the Bucs.
They be tired of, because Baker be talking shit like all game. He talking shit
and not
all game.
That motherfucker wolf.
Him and Kool-Aid was going at it constantly on the side. I'm like, man, this is. But maybe that's what they needed,
Kenneth Kitchen said Shough's height and ability to get the ball over the lineman and hit the middle of the field showed up big today. It's been showing up all since he's been named the starter.
Really has, man.
And Ryan has made this great point of just like, when you have a quarterback and they have height, like that in itself is a trait. Like that's a trait. And a lot of the like maybe things that Rattler missed or didn't see was largely due to his height or lack of height. And we know we got spoiled as Saints fans with Drew Brees, because with his height, he always played bigger than his height. Like he's an outlier in that
complete outlier, man.
But Shough is like 6'5", and you see it being a factor on game day.
Absolutely. He sees the entire field, man. So when the biggest thing for him improvement is like internal clock and just working through progressions and all that stuff. And that's the stuff that comes with reps, man. Like that comes with reps because especially like this defense, they throw so many blitzes at you.
Woo!
You don't know who coming. You don't know which direction is coming. So like you got to be able to read fast. It's like it's weird. Like you got to read fast, but you don't want to play fast. Like I know like a lot of people have been putting out Shough's stats like against the blitz versus not against the blitz. And like his completion percentage drops drastically versus the blitz. Like everybody's completion percentage drops versus the blitz, but his drops like 30-40%. So I looked and I watched like every snap. This was before last week. I watched all his snaps versus the blitz. And there was no common theme. Like I thought maybe he would be looking like scared or something like that. It was none of that. It was just a lot of mixed bag stuff. People dropping the ball. He does play a little fast versus the blitz, obviously, because you're getting hurried.
Yeah.
So you just kind of rushing throws, you're rushing through progressions and stuff like that. So that's something that has to comes with time, where you just got to be have knowledge of the game, man. Like you got to know where all your hot's at. You got to know who getting open. You got to throw with anticipation, throwing the balls. Not there. He had the interception today. I don't remember if he was on a blitz or not. But he had an interception
but it was just a miscommunication with him.
Just a miscommunication. Whose fault? I don't know. Like it was Olave. Maybe it was like a sight adjustment thing where Olave's feeling the leverage a certain way, and he feels like, okay, if the leverage like this, that, and maybe Shough is looking at it like, well, look, he got inside leverage, so I'm expecting you to keep going. Whatever. I don't know. But it just didn't come away as like, oh man, what is he doing? It was just one of those like, damn, shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Shout out to Drew Brees. I don't know if that says 9. But with a $2 Canadian super chat, appreciate you.
Hey, shout out to Canada.
So I don't know if this is a question or just a statement, but it says Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Love, or Jordan Tyson. If it's a question, to me, it's Carnell Tate. The reason I say that, we did a great draft episode with Corey Kinnan a couple of weeks ago. That's available for everyone to go watch, listen to. A great draft, like preview, I guess, like primer, yeah, you could say. And it was great. But my thing with Jeremiah Love is, I'm not saying he would become who's the Raiders running back I'm blanking on?
Man, it's gone, bro. Like
Ashton Jeanty. I'm not saying he would become Ashton Jeanty for the Saints because the offensive line is still not great, but seeing Jeanty behind the Raiders line really has put a thing in my head of like, man, it don't matter how good you are as running back, bro. If the line is like ass, it does not matter. So like,
it don't matter.
I'm off the Love thing, especially high. Jordan Tyson has a plethora of injury issues throughout his career. Where like as a fan, I'm good on players with like extensive injury issues. So for me, I would go Carnell Tate. He plays like a smaller MT, just reliable, bruh, and a dog.
Yeah,
a dog, bruh.
And it like kind of like a Buka last year, just one of those players that not the flashiest player, probably won't have like the greatest combine or whatever, but like will hit the league day one and just be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, and everybody be like, man, how did let this guy fall? Like, why wouldn't he get all the? I mean, the dude just good. I think he would fit perfectly with the Saints. It just comes down to like where we picking.
Yes.
You know, you're picking 5. It's like, do I want to? I mean, I can get Caleb Downs at 5. You know, you gonna go Caleb Downs. You know, and plus you could, you know, get a wide receiver. You know, later second round or something like that. You gotta remember, we're gonna be picking like 33rd, 34th, 35th in the second round.
Someone, our dude Damon J with the $1.99 super chat said, if Downs and Bell are the first 2 picks, I'll be happy, bruh. I'm good, bruh. You give me Caleb Downs, you give me Chris Bell in round 2.
Good,
bro. I'll be drinking Fat Tuesdays all weekend in New Orleans.
I might even say, you know what? Y'all go ahead and get y'all a guard the Thursday. Go ahead and get a guard. Get a guard. I'll be all right.
And then Josue Sandoval, $1.99 super chat. Appreciate you said, at least he didn't scream at Olave. Hashtag DC for not my quarterback.
I thought of when they ran around, that's what I thought about. Could you imagine Carr right there? Carr would be like, what are you doing? Run the ball.
Back to Cuba. Worst time I'm calling ice, nigga. I'm calling ice right now.
Where's DHS? Where's THS? Cole would have been pissed, bro.
Pissed, bro. Pissed.
Shit happens.
Anyway, we're going to take our last break of the show and come back and wrap it up. Saints beat the Bucs 24-17 in Week 14. We'll be right back after this break.
Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. This week, I'm looking at Saints versus Bucs and selecting Chris Olave for higher than 50 yards and Baker Mayfield for lower than 3 touchdowns. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code BLOCKPARTY to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
We are back, and anything else from this game that stood out to you?
We finally got some Estime.
We did, bro.
Like in the third quarter, just out of nowhere. It was like,
and like he ran that ball, bro. I was like, no, that's juice, bro. That was like legit juice.
Legit juice. It was like shocking to see. Shocking. It was like, whoa, that dude was moving.
And that's not like a shot against like Devin Neal, but it just looked different, bro. It looked different.
Neal's so funny, bro, because when you watch him run, you like, God damn, he's slow. But he moving, you know? And for some reason, I think the fact that he's not like super fast actually helps him because it allows like the blockers to get in place and like actually block for him. So like for some reason, like him running at like his speed, I think actually helps him move down the field better. I don't know, it's weird, but it was good to see Estime get in there.
It was, bro.
Even Evan Hall has some great vision. Like he might not be like the most athletic or like juicy running back or nothing like that, but I think he just has a great feel for hitting the hole and just going. They needed that run game today, bro. Like this could not be again. I think Shough threw the ball 20 times. Perfect. I mean, it was in the rain.
What was it? 20, bro? It felt like
20 times, bro. That's it. 20 times. Completed 13. Baker threw it 30 times and completed 14. That's the game in the nutshell right there, bro. they were on Baker ass, bro. Like, they were moments where he didn't complete a pass for like 8 straight or something like that. It was 7 to 8 straight where he just wasn't completing passes. So they was on Baker ass. They was on the wide receivers. Still, look, the run defense is going to allow some runs, man. You just got to accept that. Like, with Irvin, Tucker, don't matter, bro. They
go run,
don't get the business, bro. But as long as you just tighten up in them. And look, the past 2 weeks, the red zone has been a big bugaboo. There was the whole thing against the Falcons with the Taysom packages and all that.
Boy.
Past 2 weeks, they were 2-2 in the red zone. This week, they were 2 out of 3 in the red zone, I think. Or 1 of 2 or something like that. But like, they've been much better in the red zone since they got rid of that Taysom package and let Shough be. Shough is a gamer. Like, right now,
he is.
The dude is a gamer. And with gamers, you got to let them play, bro. You just got to turn them loose, make a play, and take what comes with it. Sometimes it's going to get a negative sack. Sometimes it's going to be an interception. Sometimes it's going to be a fumble. But sometimes it's going to be a touchdown or a big play. So you just got to roll with that, man. We are 3-9 or whatever.
3-10, I believe.
3-10. Like, man, just go ahead and go out there and let the balls hang, bro. Like, go for it, bro.
So, okay. So,
like, why are you? Go ahead.
This is something that's a little annoying me in the chat. AKA the scientist said, Downs is a good player, but he is overrated. IMO. Downs ain't that much better than Brian Branch for Detroit, and he was drafted in the second. Like, do you listen? Like, have you watched Brian Branch? Like, have you watched Brian Branch in the NFL? Do you realize how good, before he tore his Achilles, how good Brian Branch has been in the NFL? If the NFL knew how good Brian Branch had been before he drafted him, he would have been drafted before where he was drafted in the second round.
Right.
Like, if you're telling me that the Saints could draft Caleb Downs at 5 overall and he'd be as good as Brian Branch in the NFL, you run and turn that pick in. What are we talking? He would be the best defensive player on the defense. What are we talking about right now?
Come on, man. Like, he was like Kyle Hamilton a couple of years ago.
Come on, bro.
You think Kyle Hamilton would go as low as he did? Nope. Come on now.
And that was a whole thing where the NFL just overthought Kyle Hamilton, bro. It
was all about, where do we put him? A safety, like, the dude is a baller. Like, come on, put on the tape, And it just can't overthink it at this point. Like, go get good players. Look at this team. Look at the talent on this team, bro. Get good players.
Thank you, bro. Like, why are we overthinking? Like, oh, well, he's not. Anyway, a good question our dude Wesley asks is, 13 games in, where are y'all in on this draft class? This draft class has been super important to this team. Like, it's not as good as 2017. It's not even as good as 2016. But Banks at 9, Shough at 40. I don't want to talk about the 3rd round pick, but you got Sanker, you got Quincy Riley, you got Devin Neal. That's a good draft class, man. And this team has
Stutzman.
Forgot about Stutzman, who's still getting, like, splitting time with Pete Warner, which is annoying. This team needed an influx of good young players, and they got that. It's one of the more and most impressive draft class that the team has had probably since 2017. I'm not saying it's on the level of 2017. That's a historic draft class. That's like one of the best draft classes of all time, if not the best draft class of all time. You still got fucking Aquadim Muhammad out here making plays for the Lions on Thursday Night Football, nigga. So
3 sacks in the game.
So, but for a team that had just been so, like, just bad and some of that's been on Mickey Loomis, the GM, some of that's been on Jeff Ireland in terms of his scouting. They needed a draft class like this. They needed it desperately.
No question, desperately, bro. I like this draft class, man. Like, it's obviously not a juicy draft class. We talked about that ad nauseum. It's not a flashy draft class, but you got a lot of players that I think will be glue guys going forward, like glue for the team, important contributors and stuff like that. So they need it, and they needed this draft class. Like even getting like a Devin Neal late in the draft, man. Like those guys are contributing, man. If Stutzman could get on the field, like every time I see him on the field, he is making a hit.
Something, bro.
Well, I'm just like, woo.
Something,
and he's
bro.
not perfect. He might miss a play here and there, but like, man, get this guy on the field. Like, have y'all not learned y'all lessons? Like, you're seeing it. You're seeing it with Tanker and with Riley. Like, get those guys on the field and let them take their lumps now instead of taking their lumps next year or whatever.
There it is. Anything else from this game? And then I want to ask you anything else from this game that you had thoughts about, but then closing out, thoughts overall, Saints winning, draft position, all that. AKA the scientist said, I think we should take a look at Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech in the draft. I will not be talking about Texas Tech players in this draft because I'm not biased at all. So I will be keeping quiet.
Biased as hell, bro.
Keeping quiet on that subject.
No, I got nothing else for this game. But as far as like the draft, like it was funny because I was driving. I was like, well, the Saints won that damn game. He was like, that's good, right? I'm like,
Bruh, it sounds bad to say, the perfect thing would have been Shough showing all he showed today, them losing, and then having a number one overall pick. Because
I'm telling you, when that pass to Valet that he that got popped up and almost intercepted, and the Bucs got the ball back, I was like, plan working in time, baby. I thought the Bucs was about to go down there and score.
Down. Brandon Staley said, "No, bitch, not today, bitch."
God damn it, defense. Now you want to stand up tall. So, but at the end of the day, it was still good. And look, the Titans won too, so that kind of took the sting off of it. Because the Titans did win too, so it was like we didn't fall too far. So like I'm good, man. Like, and still, we got a lot of games left. Who knows what we're gonna win or lose going forward. And sometimes just as a team, you just need wins like that, bro. Like you need as a quarterback, as Tyler Shough, you don't want that stink on you like Rattler had to deal with, like, oh, he hasn't won a game. He won a game. You got to get some dubs in you, not only to build confidence in yourself, but your teammates too. So your teammates can look at you and be like, man, my dude could ball. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude right there. So I'm cool with it, man, but just chill out. Chill out a little bit going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like
they have the Panthers in New Orleans on Sunday. That's gonna be the Panthers who are gonna be playing to try to potentially take the first place in the NFC South. And listen, I was told that the first game they played against the Panthers weren't giving the Saints. I'm not saying that this is the reason that they won these games, but the Panthers didn't give Saints any mind when the Saints beat them in Carolina, and the Bucs didn't really see, like, if you look like pregame, the Bucs wouldn't think about the Saints. Like, they're like, oh, Saints.
We that team right now. I mean, we are that team.
We are. I get it. So
we've been on the other side of this equation before, So.
This game on Sunday against the Panthers is such an interesting game because it's like, can this team win 2 in a row? Are they going to keep building on this? Or and the Panthers are now playing for like their playoff spot. Like the Panthers are playing for a playoff spot, bro.
We've seen this year, like when the Panthers turn it on, they could put it on your ass.
On you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this game could go either way, and we beat the Panthers. So, we'll preview that later. But
they're gonna be turned up. It's gonna be in New Orleans. They like, okay, we gotta take these niggas seriously. Like these niggas beat us. We gotta take these niggas. Ooh, it's such a fun, interesting, like late season game because like so much is on the line for like draft position for the Panthers. That's gonna be a game. We'll preview that on Wednesday, but we appreciate all y'all.
After that, there's the Jets, right? Ooh, then we got the Jets, then the Titans.
Hey, Tyrod, baby. Tyrod, baby. Come back to me, baby. Get healthy.
Shake back, bro.
Sit down for next week, but next week after that, I need you, Tyrod. I need you, T. God.
I need you back.
My God, I need you, baby. We appreciate y'all. His name isn't Tyrod, is it? He pronounces it differently. It's
Tyrod.
Tyrod. I apologize, Tyrod. That's on me. Pete Carmichael. That's on me. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We have 82 concurrent viewers on right now, almost 350 views. Thank y'all so much for just tuning in. Saints win. They beat the Bucs in week 14, 24-17 to now be 3-10 on the season. We'll be back this upcoming week previewing the Panthers game next Sunday. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.